Welcome to RawTake, everyone, the lifeline to your unfiltered media experience. I'm your host, Gion Thomas, and we got a great show for y'all today. So, AOC came down to Texas, raised $5 million, and volunteered her time to the Houston Food Bank right after the winter crisis we had here in Texas. I mean, just displaying what a true leader does, what a true politician does. I mean, she came down here, organized, got people together, bought resources together, and got people help. I mean, raised $5 million, volunteered at the Houston Food Bank, made prep meals for people. That's exactly what politicians need to do in time of crisis. This is why we need more activists becoming politicians, because they organize. We are organizers at heart. And when you are in a dire need, you need to organize. You need to pull people together, pull resources together, and try and make some stuff happen so you can help people out. And Ted Cruz didn't do that. Greg Abbott didn't do that. Mayor Turner did not do that. Nobody did that. I mean, I'm talking about before. No one prepped for this. And that was a complete failure on the government at so many levels. So many levels they failed. But let's take a look at a clip from Ben Shapiro and how he continues to defend Ted Cruz and says that there was nothing that he could have did.
For just 1 second, this is one of the stupidest aspects of our politics. Like, what exactly? It's not a real-time crisis that Ted Cruz, the senator from Texas, can do anything about, because the senator from Texas is in fact in the United States Senate. He's a federal officer, right? He's a federal elected official. This is up to the mayor of Houston and like the governor of Texas and all the people who are state level officials. And also, I just wonder, what is Ted Cruz like? Did they expect Ted to go there with like a blowtorch and start defrosting all of the pipelines? He can do what Beto O'Rourke does, and he can tweet out a bunch of links to people who are helping out. I'm sure Ted's already done that. But the notion that the gravest of all sins is that you took your family to a place that is not Texas in the middle of a bad situation in Texas. My favorite part of this is all the journalists in their heated apartments in New York who are tweeting angrily about all of this. I can't believe Ted Cruz would do something like this. Oh, yeah. I see you there on the ground handing out food. Really, well done there.
So, guys, I mean, Ben Shapiro, this guy who's supposed to be some great intellectual. I mean, what do you don't know what okay, just because Ted Cruz is a federal officer, officer or whatever. I mean, AOC's the same thing. She's basically considered a federal officer too. And look what she did. And just send out tweets. Just send out tweets. That's all you could think of what a politician could do. That's the only thing you could think of. And say Beto O'Rourke can just send out tweets too. They're doing more than just sending out tweets. Though they are boots on the ground. Boots on the ground helping people out. Bro, you're supposed to be some great, smart, intellectual man who's supposed to, you should be able to think of this. Ben, Ted Cruz, you should be able to think of this. Organize, help the people out, pull resources together. And we already know Ted Cruz got caught red-handed trying to go to Cancun, and it wasn't even for his daughters. The messages got leaked. He was trying to get friends to go. They were about to go party. And now you got pictures of Ted Cruz out there trying to feed, which is good. I'm not going to say it's not good because he's helping out, but this is because this is pressure. And yes, you do need to put pressure on politicians, but dude, you should not be doing this. This was an existential crisis that happened in Houston. People died. 24 people died. Our water is undrinkable right now. We have to boil water right now. The water's coming out brown in a major city. in a United States major city, the water's coming out brown. Like a third world country, y'all. Of course you could do more. And like I said before, if you don't hold these people feet to the fire, they will do the bare minimum and not help you out and leave you stranded. And that's not why we pay taxes. Our tax dollars are supposed to make sure we live in comfort. Make sure that we don't have to deal with things that shouldn't be happening in major metropolitan cities. Where are the dollars going? Well, we know where the dollars going. War and tax cuts to the rich. But help the people out. Help the people out. I just don't understand how a congresswoman for New York does more than the government officials in Texas. AOC is doing more for me than Ted Cruz, Greg Abbott, or Mayor Turner. That's asinine. And I know people are going to attack her. I know people still don't trust her because she didn't force the vote. But still, having people like her is still a plus. Politicians are not going to always do what we want them to do. They're not going to always, and yes, they should serve us, and they do serve us. Some of them do, but people like AOC, it's hard. It's hard. She gotta maneuver, and still, we still gotta hold people accountable. So yes, hold her accountable for not doing force to vote. But then when she does stuff like this, when she organizes, raises $5 million, when she helps people out, you have to give her props there too. Especially when Texas government officials are dropping the ball like that. And you got people like Ben Shapiro saying, oh, what was Ted Cruz gonna do? Come in and with a heater? Like, bruh, you are so feckless. These politicians are so feckless. That's why even if we can get a couple more AOCs, they will still do things to help people out. Now, where will that $5 million go? I don't know. I just hope that it reaches out to the right people because people are in need. I mean, the pictures that came out of what happened in Houston when we had that freeze was things. It was like things you would see in a movie. It was. It was crazy that it would be that bad. So, it's just we need more people like AOC. We need more people to hold these politicians accountable. We need more organizing. And that's what AOC did. She came down here and organized. That was good. That's just what we need more of. So guys, that's our show. I want to thank everyone for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any uploads. Also, you can find us on the Anchor app and other places where you can listen to podcasts.